Welcome to Crochet Basics. My name is Christina and I'll be your instructor for this course. We want to talk about some of the basic materials that you need when you learn to crochet. You'll of course need yarn, and I recommend when you're getting started out a worsted 4 yarn. If you'll notice on your label when you purchase your yarn, it says worsted and then the size is going to be 4. This is going to be the best and easiest to use when you're learning because it's a nice thick yarn but not overly bulky, and it'll make those stitches easier to see. You'll also want a light color. It doesn't necessarily have to be off-white like we have here, but any sort of light color makes it a lot easier to see your stitches as you're working on it. I have Red Heart here. You can use any brand that you want. It doesn't have to be Red Heart. As long as it's the worsted 4, any brand will do. Red Heart's just the most economical when you're getting started out. And we'll talk about other yarns in Beyond Basics later on down the road. We'll get into some in detail about the different yarns that are available today. But the next thing we want to discuss is hooks. And as you can see, I have a variety of hooks here. We have your bamboo hooks, acrylic, aluminum, and stainless steel hooks. Each of these have their own benefits. My personal favorite is the bamboo, but that's just my personal choice. When you're getting started out, the most economical ones to start with are going to be your aluminum hooks, just because they're the least expensive, they're lightweight, and they're easy to use. For this particular course that we're doing while you're learning, we're going to be using the G and the H hooks predominantly. And you'll find that in the grip of your hook. It's important to note here that some hooks, rather than having these letters, will have numbers. That's just a difference between European standards and American standards on how hooks have always been done. The Crochet Guild is working on getting things standardized throughout the world as far as crochet. On the website, you'll find a conversion chart that will show you the conversion between the letters and the numbers. And that way, if you have a pattern that is telling you to use a certain size hook and it's using a number instead of a letter, you have that conversion chart to help you figure out which one that you need. Although most hooks these days do have both the letter and the number on it to make it easier. These hooks that I have are the same hooks I bought 25 years ago, so they have the letters. But anyway, that's just a little bit about hooks. Of course, you'll need a pair of scissors, and this isn't something that you have to have, but this is a stitch or row counter, and it just turns to count off your rows so that you don't lose your place while you're working on your work. They usually come in a 2-pack. They're inexpensive. Like I said, it's not something you have to have, but it's just handy to have. And these are all of the basic supplies that you'll need to start with. Now, you don't have to have all of these hooks. You only really need 1 or 2 hooks, but it is more economical if you buy a set. Like this is a set. These didn't all come together. This is a set. This is a set. This is a set. If you buy the aluminum hooks, you can get a basic set that has D through K. So if you want to get a set, that's an option. Or if you're on a budget, you can just buy an individual hook. If you're going to buy just 1 hook, get the H. Or if you're going to buy 2, get the G and the H. Those are the 2 I recommend starting with. And that's all you need for materials.